sisters Sharon and Joy used to own a string of successful residential homes in London. But 2 years ago, they sold up and bought themselves an idyllic hotel in the Suffolk countryside, thinking it would give them a more glamorous lifestyle. But with no previous experience of the hotel trade, their dream is rapidly turning into a nightmare. Losses have reached £60,000 and are spiralling out of control. Now, Sharon and Joy have taken to calling their heavenly hotel the Money Pit. Faced with such mounting losses, Sharon and Joy need to take drastic action, and quickly. If they don't, they risk losing the hotel and their livelihood.
Obviously, we've invested a lot of money, and it would be heartbreaking to walk away from it, and it have not worked.
I guess we feel like we're drowning.
Enter Ruth Watson, award-winning hotelier, best-selling author and acclaimed cook. Ruth has been running hotels successfully for over 20 years, and Sharon and Joy are hoping that she'll be able to tell them just where they've been going wrong and help them turn their flagging business around.
The hotel trade is a cutthroat business and not something you can learn overnight. You have to be resilient, meticulous, and always looking for ways to drive the business forward. Most importantly, you have to go out and drag the customers in. They won't just come to you. Any aspiring hotelier should know that it's very difficult to run a business successfully and make a profit.
But will the sisters be able to cope with Ruth's no-nonsense manner?
What am I seeing? Police warning. That's my welcome to your hotel. The rest of it.
And will she be able to lift their falling spirits? Situated near prosperous Bury St Edmunds, Worlington Hall is a Grade II listed 16th century manor house, converted into a 9-bedroom hotel. It's just one of several hotels in the area. All its neighbours are doing well, and at first glance, so should Worlington Hall. It's an attractive building with a spacious car park, 5 acres of grounds, and a bar, restaurant and function room. It's got plenty in its favour, but it's just not making money. And it's proving too much for Sharon and Joy. With young families and working husbands, they're overwhelmed by the constant running around and long hours.
So what made you think you could be hoteliers?
Madness.
A moment of madness.
I think it was.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we came in with rose-coloured spectacles. I think that we thought that it would kind of run itself and we would just walk around and be glamorous.
Be mine hostess and be gracious to the customers and things.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
Hasn't turned out that way?
No, not at all.
Am I right in thinking that you are losing financially? How were the figures last year?
Not great. No.
What sort of losses did you make?
About 20,000 last year.
Yeah.
But we put an awful lot into it ourselves.
Right.
And obviously, we can't sustain losses like that. Well, I think, when you work from, 6:30 in the morning till sometimes it's 1:30 or 2 the following morning.
Yeah.
And then get up the next day to do breakfast.
Yes.
It's not funny.
You want a reward for that. And
Yes.
it's nice having people saying, thank you very much, that was lovely, but it's even nicer if the bank balance is kind of going up rather than down.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to do some work here.
Yes.
To try and find out where Sharon and Joy are going wrong, Ruth begins a thorough investigation of the hotel.
Well, it's a very attractive building, red brick, 17th century maybe. There's lots of very pretty planting outside as well. It's an attractive entrance. Well, we've got quite a nice bit of garden here. It's very open, but there's a river at the bottom, and it's certainly an asset for any function, a wedding or anything, that you can come out here in the summer. So, this has got to be a benefit.
So everything's fine on the outside, but as Ruth delves a little deeper, the cracks begin to show. The first problem is reception. It's sending out all the wrong messages.
This is something I find really offensive. The first thing as you come up this hallway, what am I seeing? Police warning. That's my welcome to your hotel. Mad. I'm going to take it off now,
Right,
okay? Let's not have underage drinking. You don't have that either, okay? And while we're sitting here, I'm going to attack you about this board here. And it's a total waste of a selling space. I mean, up there, you could have some of your wedding stuff. You could have some of your room rates.
Yeah.
That is such a soft sell.
But reception not only needs to look good, it needs to be efficient as well. And Joy's booking system is a complete mess.
So, Joy, how do you take a reservation if it comes in?
Okay, well, this is the reservations book.
Yep.
We take the name, telephone number.
Do you write a confirmation letter to them?
No,
Not at all. Do you have a cancellation policy?
no,
Somebody books for 5 rooms, they don't show up. What do you do?
nothing.
Lose the money.
Yeah.
I want you and Sharon today, before I leave, to say this is our cancellation policy. OK. Now, one of the things that fills me with horror is I suspect this is a wedding inquiry, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
And it's on a scrappy little bit of paper tucked away with a few other messages. Do you not have a file folder? Do you not have a proper form for wedding inquiries, function inquiries?
No, we don't really. We have a message book.
OK, but
Things are written down
it's
with.
important.
No, I know, but
It's
I
your
normally pick them up and put them in my
business.
little pile
Yeah,
down
but
there.
what little pile? OK, where's this little pile? That's horrible. That's not a little pile. That's a shed full of rubbish. Come on.
I mean, it's not really my desk. I think that's the thing.
What do you mean it's not your desk?
Well, I'm not the main person who sat here, largely. I've only just kind of started sitting out here.
One of the things I'm picking up so strongly is that you're just visitors here, that it isn't yours, and I want you to make it yours. You are the people who own it. You own the bricks and the mortar, you own the mortgage, you own the problems, the joy when it comes along. It's yours, and I want you to feel that it's yours and to take possession of it.
The next thing that Ruth wants to look at is the food. This is an important area that can make or break a hotel's reputation.
This is the most dreadful presentation. It's all blurred and over-typed. Come on, girls, it's not difficult to just print off a few more menus. This is huge choice. And all around the building, there's different menus. There's blackboard menus, there's special menus, there's other special menus on things. I don't know about you, but I always feel that if it's too much on a menu, I know it's not really home-cooked.
But the truth is that nearly all the meals on the hotel's menus are prepared and cooked in-house by Sharon. She took over the kitchen because she enjoys cooking. But with over 50 dishes on offer, there's just too much to do, and the job has become a total nightmare.
I went to bed at 2 o'clock last night and I was up at 6 this morning. We had this vision of it being very glamorous, and nothing could be further than the truth.
So the second problem that needs dealing with is the over-ambitious menu. The sitters' workload is in danger of breaking their spirits. Not only that, it's just not paying off.
Business is enough to pay the bills, just.
Are you taking salaries?
No.
I would expect you to be able to draw a salary. I mean, maybe not make a profit above that, but I would expect you to have some reward for your time. I mean, who does actually look after the business side, the financial side, so you actually know how the business is performing?
Well, we don't. That's the whole point. You know.
We do. We do as much as we can.
Yeah,
and then
but we've not
it goes to
really-
the accountant at the end of the year.
Yeah.
If you don't know what occupancy is, and you don't know what your margin is, and you don't know, what your turnover is and what your profitability is, then that's got to be worrying.
But Sharon and Joy aren't the only interested parties in this business. There's a third investor who's getting increasingly worried. Sharon and Joy's mother has put a substantial chunk of her life savings into the hotel.
You've obviously made some money over the years and had a good
It's
time.
in this hotel. When I retired, I didn't take my pension, and unfortunately my pension dropped by half because it was at the time when the stock market went.
Sure.
So I've got no pension.
So
I'm here working for nothing, protecting my investment. I just feel as though we could turn it around.
The family's lack of income is alarming, but there could be a way to increase their revenue substantially. The function room is the third area that Ruth wants to address. It's a space that has the potential to turn their fortunes around, but it's sadly underused.
Ruth, this is the garden room, which we use for functions.
Right. Does it normally look like this?
When we're not using it.
Yeah. OK. Well, my immediate impression is that it's a fabulous space, marvellous view outside of the gardens down to the river. I think this is a real asset that, at the moment, is underutilised.
The The sisters shouldn't underestimate the value of a good function room. With the average wedding reception costing around £5,000, just one a week could generate an annual income of more than £250,000. But not the way it looks at the moment.
If it's all stacked up with bloody furniture in corners and looking shabby, that's what you're saying, is that we don't care about it, we do shabby stuff. It's not seductive.
Ruth's investigation has shown up some very obvious areas that need improvement. Firstly, that chaotic reception needs to be run more efficiently and have an effective cancellation policy. Secondly, Sharon needs to cut down on the menu to reduce her grueling workload in the kitchen. And thirdly, the function room is underutilised. It should be a great asset as a wedding and conference venue. If they can take on these challenges, Sharon and Joy might start making money, as well as cutting down on their exhausting working hours. First on the list is reception, an easily resolved issue that Joy has got straight onto.
Cancellation policy.
Yes.
You got that? Very good. And that's going on, everyone's being told that, or going on their emails or letters or whatever?
Yes. Yeah. As of yesterday, we are informing people over the phone, or those I'm responding to email or letters, it will be on the bottom of
Super duper. I'm really pleased to see the board has also been cleaned up behind you, which is really good. So we've just got a few pictures of cats now, and a nice letter from a happy guest.
Yes.
Fabulous progress, well done.
The next job on Ruth's list is the menu. If Sharon can reduce what's on offer, she'll be able to cut down on waste and save time.
You serve something like 50 different dishes.
Right.
That's a heck of a lot for one woman and a boy in a kitchen. Don't you think?
Probably.
If you can tell me on your snacks, for example, I mean, which are the favourite, the best sellers?
The seafood platter.
Yeah.
It's very popular.
So if we put ticks by the things that,
the Thai fish cakes are very popular.
Yeah.
Soup's very popular.
Soup, okay. How often do you sell a veggie burger?
Very rarely.
Right, once in a blue moon. Baguettes, how do they go?
Very well. Very,
Okay.
very well.
Better than sandwiches?
Yes.
Okay. Let's ditch the sandwiches. Let's just have baguettes. You can make more money on them for a start because people perceive them as being a bigger thing. You know, they've actually got more bread and probably very little more filling. Well, what I'm thinking is that out of probably sort of 20-something dishes here, maybe even more, we should get that down to sort of 10 or 12.
Yeah.
Just cherry-picking all the good things. And if you know that mozzarella sticks only sell one every fortnight, I mean, there's not really much point in having it there.
No.
And then on the a la carte, I think you should go through and find, you know, you need 2 fish because you're not big on fish, so maybe even 1 fish. 3 or 4 meat, you know, 1 vegetarian. Don't go mad. 1's enough.
I'm quite excited now.
With plans for a reduced menu in place, the next area Ruth wants to tackle is the function room. With the large gardens out the back, this room is an ideal wedding venue, but the wedding business is a fiercely competitive one, so it's essential for Sharon and Joy to be selling the place properly.
Would you like to sit in the lounge?
And a visit from a bride and groom only highlights even more how inefficient and desperate the situation has become.
I'll be with you in a moment.
Thank you.
Joy's trying to find the wedding pack. Sharon's had to come out of the kitchen to ask if they'd like a cup of tea or coffee. And there isn't anything immediately to hand to give the couple.
Many couples consider their wedding day to be the most important day of their life. Any sniff of incompetence will have them running a mile.
We haven't actually got genuine copies. We've had to do some photocopies because we're in the process of redesigning them. And we had a load, but
Can't find them.
can't find them.
They'll need to be furnished with printed information on the facilities, including bedrooms, function rooms, and any additional areas that can be utilised.
Hi. Sorry, I can't actually locate a wedding brochure at the moment.
Okay.
We're currently in the process of redesigning our brochures.
Yeah.
And we only had some photocopies, but I would have given you an idea.
Okay.
But what I'll do is if I can take your details.
Sure.
And then I can put one in the post to you.
Yeah, lovely, thank you. Because we're going to get married in the middle of the summer, it's going to be very hot. Is this the only bar area you have? Because we are looking at about 80 to 100 people, and in here might be a bit claustrophobic.
Well, we have a patio area, certainly, that you could use. We do also have another bar that we can open for you.
Oh, that's okay then.
if required.
Yeah, okay.
But the most important piece of information any prospective bride and groom will be looking for is how much it's all likely to cost.
Okay, thanks very much,
Okay,
Jo.
thank you.
All right,
All right, nice to
speak
meet you.
soon. We're leaving here today with, we don't know, no information at all on prices, so...
As suspected, things haven't gone well. Joy promises to put a brochure in the post, but it's too little, too late. And in the cutthroat wedding business, this simply isn't good enough.
The key thing, we've got a lot of planning to do, and we need to know our budget.
Right.
We know what we can achieve,
Yeah.
but we're leaving here and we can't put the two together. That's,
Right.
Facts and figures is what we wanted at the end
Sure.
of the day.
And you didn't get them.
This was a real lost opportunity. The couple are unlikely to return, so Sharon and Joy have just missed out on some desperately needed income. Ruth confronts them about their very poor performance.
You couldn't show them the room, not your fault, because there were people in there and you know, they didn't book. You didn't show them a photograph of the room. He complained about the possibility of the bar being too small and snug.
Yeah.
You had another bar.
I did say that. I didn't show him, no.
Show them it.
No, I didn't show them it.
And worse, he hasn't walked away with the positive thing. He hasn't walked away with menus, with photographs, with a budgetary idea of how much it's going to cost him. Nothing at all, right? It's a
Major
cock-up, and I know you wish it hadn't happened today while we're here. Why didn't you give them even one of these?
Well, because I was really flustered and doesn't justify it, but I was all hot and sweaty, and no, I didn't.
I've just noticed something. I'm glad you didn't give them this brochure. Can you see this? This is a rating, and it no longer exists. This is against the Trades Description Act because you do not have that rating.
No.
This has got to go because what do you have?
Diamonds.
How many diamonds?
4 diamonds.
4 diamonds.
Yeah.
Right. That's what your pamphlets and leaflets and all your promotional literature should have on them, not this.
You know, we've just come in here and we've just sort of go through the motions, and it's just the way we've done it. And clearly there is a better way.
But I do want to feel a really, really positive response that this thing about marketing yourselves, you being in the building, meeting your customers, whether they're coming as function people or just to have a prawn cocktail, whatever, introducing themselves, making it irresistible for them to come back. You know, they've got to come back because you're offering so much. Don't wait for them to ask you to show you the rooms, to show you the what have you. You're there, like, let's give you a guided tour. Would you like a glass of champagne while we walk around the building? All those little touches, they're tiny, but they make a huge difference. Yeah?
I feel like Ruth gave me a real beating. I think some of her points were valid and some perhaps not so. It's very judgmental, isn't it, to see somebody do something once and then make a judgment over how they behave all the time. I was prepared today to be expecting some criticism from Ruth. And Sharon had said at the beginning of the day that she really wasn't prepared for it.
I didn't go to bed till 1 o'clock, and I'm just tired, and I just wasn't up for it today.
The next morning, Ruth's hoping for a more positive attitude. If Sharon and Joy are going to sell their hotel as an attractive wedding venue, they simply must have some up-to-date, informative brochures and wedding packs. So Ruth gathers the family together to nail down just what should go in them.
So what kind of things do you want to say about the hotel?
We wrote a few things down,
Yeah,
but
okay. Tell us
I don't
about
know
them.
how important they are. Well, the first thing we were thinking was about the building, its age, and its
Yeah.
historic status.
Yeah.
And that, we've got a large garden.
I would say garden is a really big, especially for the summer weddings, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
What else have you got on your list?
The way we welcome people, we're here to welcome people and hopefully provide, part of the atmosphere with being warm and friendly and, because it just doesn't create itself, does it?
What sort of food would you like to say that you're doing?
Well, I would say it was very basic, but good quality ingredients.
Style of food? You're the cook.
Yeah, my style.
Okay, Sharon's style, and what does that mean?
What does it mean?
I don't know.
Irene, what do you think?
Tasty.
OK, so far this is not a hugely ringing endorsement about the food. Shall we say honest and straightforward?
Yeah.
Have you been thinking about your wedding pack? What's going to go in there?
We've seen some that we quite like where it sort of says order of ceremonies, so you're telling people what to, who has what responsibility.
Absolutely. You've got to furnish them with all that stuff, and the more you can fill in the gaps and the spaces and the holes and things they haven't even thought about, the more they're going to trust you to do it, because that was the marvellous place they told us. Even if they don't need to use it, at least what you're proving to them is that you're professional. Yeah? I know that you're tired, but I want to see some energy coming back at me about this, right? Because at the end of the day, it is your business. If you don't feel sort of energised about doing it, you're not going to do it.
Having agreed on the basic features for the wedding packs, it's time to move on to the function room. At the moment, the decor is tired, old-fashioned and thoroughly unwelcoming. If they're going to attract new business, Sharon and Joy are going to have to make some real changes. So Ruth has got some ideas about how to give the place a facelift.
What I'm going to propose is that we do some changes in here, starting with round tables. I think that will immediately soften up this sort of rectangular feel about it. Then we're looking at the decor and what have you. We're suggesting a sort of really creamy ivory colour to go with the burgundy and the gold things. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Yeah, definitely.
We redress the windows, and really the whole room is shushed up, so it's just a lot more sort of luxurious feeling and a bit more jolly.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
But simply redecorating the function room will not be enough to bring more business in, so Ruth has come up with a plan.
As a finale to all this recreation of this space in this room, we're proposing to have a beautiful launch party. Inviting maybe brides-to-be, maybe florists, maybe photographers, everyone who's involved in the kind of whole wedding thing, who's local around here, and having them down to see the new room, maybe get some real business from it, but certainly future business from it.
Yeah.
Showing it off.
Right.
Okay.
When is this
launch party? You're cooking.
Should we let the chef know?
Yeah, I think it's probably a good idea.
Sisters Sharon and Joy bought Worlington Hall 2 years ago without having any experience of the hotel industry. Now they're struggling with the heavy workload, facing losses of £60,000, and their business hangs in the balance. But acclaimed hotelier Ruth Watson believes the hotel's large function room is a potential goldmine.
Ruth, this is the garden room.
Does it normally look like this?
When we're not using it.
Yeah, OK. I think this is a real asset that, at the moment, is underutilised.
As a wedding venue, it could bring in £5,000 every time it gets used. Ruth suggested that Sharon and Joy arrange a wedding fair to show off the hotel's assets, but first she wants them to plough some more cash into this room. Although the hotel is losing money, Ruth knows that investing now will reap long-term financial rewards. The room is going to have a complete revamp. Ruth wants the girls to change the wall colour, get rid of the old tables, and redress the windows with new drapes. It's all hands to the deck to strip that dated wallpaper from the function room walls. And Sharon and Joy have a new sense of purpose.
For a long time here, one of the things Sharon and I discussed was that, I always felt like I was sort of wandering without any real purpose. Now I feel like I've got a role. I feel like I know what my objectives are. I'm sure there'll be more, and hopefully, we'll start reaching some of our goals.
There's not much spare cash floating around at Worlington Hall at the moment, so Sharon and Joy are having to keep costs down wherever they can. That means roping in the staff, the family, and even the odd thirsty customer to help.
Tim is a regular customer here, and he's stripping wallpaper in return for beer.
Sure we'll get there in the end. A few more beers, we'll be all right.
I don't have any feelings about losing this wallpaper, other than those of joy at seeing the end of it. I'm quite happy to spend the rest of my afternoon peeling away at this.
in a bid for a brighter room. Actually, it'll be really nice for it to be our room because, again, it was something that we inherited. And this way it will be like it's finally going to be our garden room and not somebody else's.
With the wallpaper a thing of the past,
Here you go, guys.
the function room starts to get a total facelift. The walls will be painted in 2 colours, cream to make the room feel lighter and gold to create an atmosphere of elegance and luxury. New round tables have been brought in to replace the old rectangular ones. These will soften the straight lines in the room and make it feel more spacious. And there are new curtains going up to complement the new wall colour and add a real touch of class. At the end of a week's hard work, real progress has been made. Ida, Wellington Hall's longest-serving employee, is suitably impressed.
Can't believe the transformation, really. The best I've ever seen it. And that's in 20-odd years.
After feeling so low for such a long time, even Sharon is beginning to feel upbeat.
I really like the room. It looks lovely. I'm really pleased with the curtains and the bows. I think they just really set it off nicely. I'm really, really pleased.
Yes, I think that Sharon and Joy do seem much happier, and especially today.
I'm really excited about the wedding fair. I've never actually been to one, so it'll be nice to go to my own as the first. But I think it'll be really good.
But the function room's not the only area of the hotel where progress is being made. Ruth wanted the sisters to create a new wedding pack to promote the hotel to prospective brides and grooms. And outside, Joy is taking control of a glamorous photo shoot to get the shots for the new brochure.
It does feel like it's all coming together. It's quite exciting. It's nice that we've got an attractive bride and groom on the cover because we were a bit concerned about what they would be like. But the dress is lovely and, yeah, we're really looking forward to seeing the finished product of the whole thing.
But a new brochure and a revamped function room won't be much good to the sisters if nobody turns up for the wedding fair. So Sharon and Joy are popping into local businesses to hand out flyers for the event. At last, the sisters are beginning to think like businesswomen.
Hi. All the best.
Three weeks of hard work is finally over, and what was once a weary, uninspiring and featureless storage space has been transformed into a beautiful, impressive reception room worthy of any bride and groom's special day. And it's finished just in time for Ruth's return.
Wow, look at this. That's a difference, isn't it? Gosh, I think it looks fantastic. Are you pleased?
Yes, thrilled. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
Isn't it lovely? What a difference. Love the curtains, much, much better than they were.
It looks so much bigger as well, doesn't it? And the tables give it just such an air of spaciousness, really, I think.
And elegance as well. I mean, I know it's all set up, which leads me to the point that it's got to always look lovely. I personally would leave one table set up exactly, in a beautiful way, and then maybe the others just with the cloth on them. The whole thing just looks like a room you might want to be married in now, I think. So now we've got this wedding fair that we've all got to get ready for,
Yes.
And Sharon, you're off on the canopy track.
That's right.
Yes. And Joy, you're going to get dolled up for the front of house roll.
I am indeed.
And a big smile on the face, yes. That's fantastic. And there's going to be a runway down here for the models.
From that end.
Yeah, brilliant. And then the stall holders are coming in. Right, lots of work to do. Let's get cracking.
Okay.
The fair will begin with informal snacks and champagne, and will be an opportunity for couples to have a look around the facilities, as well as checking out other wedding services that will be exhibiting at the event. The day will end with a fashion show of bridal wear. Sharon and Ruth will have to grasp every chance to sell the merits of their hotel to these potential customers. The reinvigorated Sharon is in her kitchen, and the pressure is on. She's preparing a selection of canapés that will not only feed the guests, but will also promote and present her food to the potential customers. It's crucial she creates a good impression.
And we'll do strawberries and raspberries.
So what are you going to put in there?
Just sweet things.
Right, so what about the savoury ones?
The savouries are nearly done.
We are doing the mini Yorkshire puddings with roast beef.
Yeah.
and a bit of horseradish. We thought that it would be better to just do a selection of things and it would still give a feel of what we did.
Okay. When it comes to the actual event, you're going to be cruising the room, yes, and you're going to be making sure people know you're the cook, that you're responsible for them, not that you got the caterers in.
A lot of people, unless you know what's in them, they're going to need to ask anyway, so hopefully that'll come through, that I've made them because I know all the ingredients.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, it's a very good point. Right, okay, I'll let you get on with it, because obviously time's running short.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Joy has finally got her hands on those long-awaited brochures.
Ah, Joy, you've got the brochures.
Yes.
Fantastic. Now, this is the wedding cover?
Yeah.
Oh, that's super,
It's good, isn't it?
It says weddings, large and loud.
Yes.
You're pleased?
Yes, we're thrilled with them. They're really, really good. I mean, if you think of what we had and what this says. Yes.
So
and what this says about us, it's just amazing, really. Because it really does show the hotel at its best.
Yeah. And how does it make you feel about the sort of sales aspect? Is it going to give you confidence?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Well, it feels like I've got something now to give, you know, as...
It's concrete.
You know, hey, look at this. Look how good we are. Look what we can do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And what about the hotel brochure? Yeah. That looks good, isn't it? Yeah. Are you pleased with it?
Yeah. Yes, we are. Yeah. I think it's a much, but yeah, right.
It's got the right rating. That helps. I mean, what I think is really great about this is, for the first time, I feel like this is your hotel.
Yeah. We've taken ownership finally, and it's ours, and we're going to, you know, hopefully make this work now.
That's great.
Do things that, you know, are positive, that we feel good about, and not do them because that's what we've always done.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's super.
3 hours before the wedding fair begins, the exhibitors start to set up their stands. Ruth has suggested the fair to attract as many couples as possible to see the hotel and its facilities, and hopefully to book their weddings. Inviting other businesses who provide wedding services to exhibit at the fair will draw more people in, but just as importantly, it will give Sharon and Joy a chance to build new business relationships so they can promote each other's products. Suddenly, the hotel is awash with dress designers, photographers and cake makers.
This is obviously where all the exhibitors are.
Yeah.
We've got the brochures and the champagne are going to go from here.
Yeah. Always serve drinks away from the doors, because that way you don't get a terrible bottleneck, because people always stop where you give them the drink.
Good point, yeah. Okay, and then obviously we've got the function room, where it's all happening. Again.
It looks like chaos, but I'm sure it's going to be fine in an hour's time or so.
I'm sure it'll all come together, won't it? This is the fashion show, the bridal fashion show.
Yeah, and they're going to do a sachet down the catwalk.
Yeah. Left a few tables set up so that people can get an idea of what the tables can look like.
Well, everyone else is getting gusset up, so I think it's your turn now, kid. I know the cloud rags on.
The success of this fair is critical. The wedding business is a tough industry and competition is fierce. The 15 or so contributors have attended hundreds of shows in the past, so Sharon and Joy will have to make a lasting impression on them if they're going to be seen as serious contenders in this cutthroat business. But have the sisters got what it takes to impress? Will enough brides and grooms turn up? Or will all their hard work have been in vain?
OK, girls, first of all, you look fantastic, both of you. Absolutely bloody dog's bollocks. And this is the day, right? You're going to go out there, all guns blazing, yeah? You're going to get those customers, and by the end of the day, I want 3 weddings booked.
Right.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
3 weddings booked, not just people drizzling around. Marshal all the forces, make sure they help you as well. Anybody you see lurking around, you know, do you want to see something? You put yourself out there. Don't wait for them to come to you. Yes?
Yeah. Yes.
OK, onwards and outwards.
You're going to have some?
Thank you very much. We're here to please. Just let me know and we'll make sure you get what you want. OK.
You may have different ideas in mind, that's fine. We're quite happy to accommodate you on whatever you want to do.
The garden's lovely.
Yes. In the summer it looks so much nicer.
It's lovely.
Sharon and Joy are doing well. They're brimming with confidence and doing a great job of selling.
Hi, I'm sorry I haven't introduced myself today, but I'm Joy. Nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
Importantly, Joy is also concentrating on building up relationships with local wedding services.
Yeah, Right, so do you do cakes for every occasion?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Right. So have you done many wedding fairs?
Yes, I've done lots.
Would you be interested in us being able to contact you in the future?
yes,
How do we... Have you got a card or... Oh, lovely. That's excellent. Is it okay then if I take one of these and then in the future you'd be happy for me to contact you?
That would be great.
I'm going to take one of your cards, if I may.
Thank you.
So I can have my little collection. How do you think today's gone for you?
Brilliantly.
Yes?
Really good, yes. I've never been before and it's such a lovely atmosphere.
Okay, did you have a particular...
And it looks like all their efforts are beginning to pay off. Could this be a booking for them?
Tell me a month.
July?
July, yeah.
I think July's probably... Yes, we've got the 2nd of July. With the 3rd of September. Hope to hear from you in the next couple of days. Okay, thank you. They've penciled in a date in July and they want me to call if anyone else makes an inquiry about that date. I hope that that will be a firm booking.
We were looking for something quite specific, really. A bit of an idea about what we wanted in terms of a venue. Nice surroundings, obviously photos and that kind of thing.
The rooms are really nice oldie beams. And
yeah, it's been done. We hadn't seen it before, but it appears to be very well appointed there.
If family and friends agree, then this is going to be the venue that we choose, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
The day is rounded off with a wedding dress fashion show. It's the culmination of a lot of hard work for Sharon and Joy, but tonight it all seems to be worth it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming to our wedding fair today. I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves today and we look forward to seeing you as prospective bride and grooms. Thank you.
It's our first one and we didn't really know what to expect. I mean, the worst scenario would have been no one to have turned up, or 2 or 3 people, and that would have been a complete disaster. But actually, there was a really good flow throughout the day.
Everyone said the canapes were lovely. They all got eaten. There's absolutely nothing left. So I think that's a good sign. And in fact, one couple did say that the food was so lovely, that was what clinched it for them.
The more you do it, the better you feel about it, the more confident you feel. So I think as the day went on, we really got more relaxed, more confident, and we hope that we showed people the best that we have to offer.
We're well on the way. I think we've got the room now, we've got the brochures, and it's just a case of us going out there and selling it to people.
Well, I think that was a really successful day. I mean, the stallholders were thrilled. Everybody seemed to think it was a great success, and they got 2 provisional bookings out of it and plenty more that I think are going to be in the bag. More importantly, we've now left them with something really positive and concrete to work from. They've got new brochures, they've got the wedding pack, they've got a function room that looks so much better than it ever did before. There's something from them to work on, and let's really hope they go for it now. And when I come back, I want to see that there are more and more bookings.
But when Ruth returned...
Well, I left Wellington on a high note with a very successful wedding fair. Now I've got to find out whether the girls have carried on doing the changes and turning this business around. Slightly nervous.
But it appears Worlington Hall has undergone something of a transformation. The hotel is buzzing, there's a new air of confidence, and the smiles have definitely returned to the sisters' faces. The first obvious improvement is reception. It's looking much more organised.
Hello, Joy. Hi. Nice to see you.
You?
How are you?
Oh, good, thank you.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
looking good. And I'm really pleased, first glance, to see this notice board not cluttered and with your wedding brochure up, which is great. How's that going?
We've had a really, really good response to it. Firstly, just because the cover's so fantastic and the whole thing, but also everybody's saying how reader-friendly the brochure is. It's really
Well,
good.
it gives you real credibility apart from anything else because it looks professional.
Absolutely.
So it makes you look professional as well.
People are reading it, because people are coming down from the rooms and saying, "Oh, we've read this," and talking about the sisters who own the hotel and acknowledging that we're here. And so, we're feeling quite positive.
Yeah, well, I'm really, really pleased to see you looking so much more confident, so much more relaxed. You really do look now as if you own this place and as if you're kind of proud to own it as well.
I think we've lost that element of fear now, and we've so wanted to take control of this, and I think we have.
And is Sharon still in the kitchen?
Yes, she is, yeah.
I'm going to go and see if she's as happy as you are.
Okay.
Hello, Sharon.
Hello,
Hi.
Ruth.
How are you?
Hi, I'm really good, thank you.
Right. Have you been busy?
We've been very, very busy. It's just it's really taken off the restaurant and well, just the hotel in general.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah. So you're still working like a demon, but I see from the smart menu you've actually made a huge reduction on the number of dishes, and in the bar too. Has that helped at all?
Yes, it has. I think I've reduced it by about 30%. And what I do is just really rotate the menu. It's really going much better.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the food obviously really mattered to you, and you were very nervy about it. I mean, how are you feeling about being
I'm much more
chef?
confident, absolutely, much more confident. And I do feel like there isn't anything I can't do now. Somebody said they thought that Jamie Oliver was in the kitchen. I didn't know if I was supposed to say, so I thought that was quite a compliment.
I think that's fantastic news. So you've been busy, that's great, but are you cooking food that's profitable?
Yes, we've got the margins up by 20%, so that's really good.
That's brilliant, actually. That's more than good. And do you think that, OK, things are going very well, you're very busy, do you think there's a chance you might be able to get another chef in?
Well, I'm hoping that within 6 months, we'll be able to have somebody.
So things are looking rosier in your kitchen?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, good, good. That's really, I'm very thrilled.
So reception's running like a dream and Sharon's food is going down a treat. But what about those vital wedding bookings? Will they have enough to turn the business around?
So the last time I saw you was at the wedding fair, and we had a target to meet of 3 bookings.
And we got the 3, yes.
You got them, fantastic. That's really good, because that was a real milestone, wasn't it, doing that?
Yeah, it was. We were really pleased, and in fact, we went on to then organise a second wedding fair, which we had earlier in the year, which we did even better at. We got 5 bookings from that.
Yeah. And the exhibitors were all very happy, and I think pretty much all of the ones who'd come to the first wedding fair came back and have all expressed their interest in coming to another one.
Yeah. You know, they're cynics. They've been around the block. They've seen these hotels do these things. If they think you're doing a good shower here, then that is absolutely amazing, because it says a lot about you and your professionalism.
We've been looking at our year-on-year figures, and 1 month we did have an increase of 27%.
That's phenomenal.
In fact, we hope that in sort of 6 months' time we'll be able to take some sort of salary.
Yes.
Even if it's not very much, it'll be something.
Yeah.
Which at least there'll be some sort of reward for all the work.
Fantastic. I really feel proud of Joy and Sharon. When I first came here, I found 2 fed-up women who were working far too hard and not making any money and hadn't got a clue what they were doing. They were floundering around. Now I've come back and they've really turned the business round. They've got some good bookings, they're profitable, and more importantly, they're enjoying themselves. They're lively, they're bright. I really like the way they've made themselves proprietors of this hotel as well. I wish them every success.